Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Out on the Ranch with Dr. Lee. How in the world did we ever get by without battery-powered tools? Mystery to me, but we did somehow. Just another one of those modern marvels that we can't live without now, kind of like air conditioning. Well, this is another week where Dr. Lee's got to say, sorry folks, I ain't got no video today. This was a pretty productive week, but I spent most of my time repairing stuff and putting out fires. We did sell the house in College Station, the one Matt and Mary used to live in. You probably saw a little clip of that. That was kind of bittersweet. Glad to get rid of it on one hand, but sad in that we had so many memories in that house, especially when Addie was little. And just another part of life, you know, another part of life gone by. So anyway, back to what we're doing today. Some people ramble, you know. Back to what we're doing today. I drove by this feeder yesterday, and there were just a bunch of hungry-looking deer with sad faces standing around here, and I knew there was something wrong. Either this thing's out of corn, or there's something mechanical wrong with it. And I put a little bit of corn in it, and it didn't do anything except make a bad noise. So I checked. That's a solar panel. These all run on batteries, and the solar panels charge the battery. So I checked. This is the old one. I've already taken it off, replaced it. But I checked it. I'll show you how we do this. Kind of interesting. I'm not that much of an electrician, but I try. But as you can see, it's registering. I hope you can see that out in the sunlight. It's registering about 8 volts, and this thing runs on 12 volts. The battery's 12 volts, so that is not enough. So it was letting the battery go dead. And the new one, this new one right here that I just finished putting in, yeah, look at that, around 17 volts. The battery in here, like I said, is a 12 volt battery, and the that 17 volts going in there will keep it hot all the time, even through the night. Let me get it hooked back up here. And I checked this thing too a while ago when I hooked it back up, just to see if it would run after we got that new charger on there. And it'll run, but it ain't pretty. Listen to this. And it won't throw much corn that way either. This is the oldest feeder on the ranch, and about once every couple of years I have to come by and squirt WD-40 down in that motor, and it runs fine. And this one is literally probably 25 years old, so I'm shocked it's still working. That's probably the third solar panel I've put on it, and it's had a battery probably every other year for the last 20. So the clock still works well in it, and that's the timer that tells this thing when to throw out the corn. The motor still works if you keep enough WD-40 in it, and the barrel has not rusted out yet. So far so good. Anyway, like I said, not a lot going on this week. Sorry I don't have a video for you this week, but I'll kind of catch you up on what we did this week. It was an interesting week. Like I said, we sold the house. Also, just like almost every week, I took a trip up to see Uncle Floyd. And usually this time of year, the wildflowers are just gorgeous in South Texas. And this year, man, it was Dullsville. Nothing happened, and nobody can really figure it out. We had plenty of rains. The grasses are growing like crazy. This little meadow behind us right here, down at the end of it, is usually full of bluebonnets, but not this year. I'm ready to go ahead and shred this pasture. They're done, and I usually leave it growing for another 3 or 4 weeks just so the bluebonnets can seed out, but they're done. So that was kind of depressing, but nevertheless, we went up to visit Floyd. It's pretty right there. See, Texas is not all desert. And on our way up there, I pulled off the highway to get on the road where Floyd lives. And lo and behold, look what I saw. You car guys will love this. And you car guys, lady car, however you want me to call you. I got my chops busted on the last one for trying to show you tools to car guys, and all the girls are like, what about us girls too? Well, you know, guys is one of those new words that used to mean something, and it's different than what it used to mean. So when I say car guys, girls, I'm talking about you too. Without you guys, see, there you are. And I'm talking about girls. Without you ladies, this channel would be crap. If you'll look on the results on, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I go down and I look at all the statistics, and commonly 60, 65, sometimes 70% of my viewers are you beautiful ladies. So thank you for that. Please don't get insulted when I call you guys. I'm old, it's a habit, and I'm sorry, but kind of the way it is. But I'll try to catch that in the future. So you ladies who like cars, you men guys who like cars, y'all really enjoy this, especially if you like high-end stuff. This totally shocked me. I pulled off the highway, and here's what I saw. You never know what you're going to run into in Texas. Sometimes you might even see a Rolls Royce or two. Or several. I would never expect to see that. We were just driving down the road going to Uncle Floyd's house. And I've got a chauffeur for the day. Anyway, look at that. How pretty. Couple of dollars sitting here on this parking lot for sure. Ooh, I like that black one. And that blue's pretty sharp too. And for you new guys, that has some new. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's bad looking up there, man. And for those who have to have a convertible top. That one's even got the steering wheel on the wrong side. European model, I guess. And we got to end it in Aggie Maroon. How about that? Interesting. Alright, now on to Uncle Floyd's. Is that a hernia or is that mastitis?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think she'll be still long enough for me to check her out. Or let me get close enough to check her out. Yeah.
All the trees I planted, I only planted one bur oak. I wish they'd all been bur oaks.
I know it. Those are pretty trees.
Yeah.
So how many deer do y'all have here, Floyd?
How many what?
Deer, white-tailed deer.
Oh, we have about 15, 20.
Yeah. They'll come right up pretty close to you, won't they?
Yeah, most of them will. And they go on the backyard here, the front yard, then across the street, up the neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
And they have quite a crew up every morning, every night.
Oh,
right
yeah.
Here,
Oh, yeah.
running the hills.
Yep.
Running the hills.
Looking for groceries is what they're doing.
Dad, I have to parachute out of here. No, don't hold on to me.
You gotta let him bail out on his own.
All right.
Get him ready. I also had a very busy week at the clinic. Besides all the stuff that I normally do, drinking coffee, talking to my old friends, trying to take a nap, cleaning my fingernails. But besides those busy things that I usually do, I'm also taking care of 3 vet ranch cases right now. And man, are they interesting cases. One of them is a little Shih Tzu / Pekingese dog who was terribly abused. Man, the bugs are bad out here today. Hope that's not driving you crazy. It is me. One of the dogs is a little Pekingese Shih Tzu looking dog, and he was horribly abused. When the ladies brought him in, they said his skin had been burned with cigarettes, and he had been stabbed with ice picks, including an ice pick wound to the eye. They had the majority of the skin wounds cleared up by the time I got him, but the eye was completely deflated, terribly scarred, and I had to take it out. Hey, bud. Worst thing about this case was he was mean as a rattlesnake. He did not like me at all. And I really assume some Santa Claus looking guy or somebody that looks like Donald Sutherland or President Snow. Yeah, I read your comments. Somebody that looks like me abused this little dog, because every time, even after I'd had him for several weeks, he was still really difficult to take care of. So I've got some, that video is coming up pretty soon on Vet Ranch. He's all healed up, surgery's done. You'll really enjoy seeing him. His name's Morgan. Another one that I'm finishing up, a big old blue Dobie, came in with horrible skin disease, no hair on his body whatsoever, totally emaciated, eyes full of pus, and he wanted to bite me too. We tried to handle him, and man, he was a handful. But you'll see what happened with that after we'd had him for a while, and that's a good story too. But man, he was a mess. The third one, a little dog named Princess, just like I don't know if you remember Pistol Pete, came in with a crushed back leg. This little dog came in, and she'd been run over by a car, drove over her pelvis, and she's probably about a 25-30 pound dog at the time, and it crushed her pelvis and separated her pelvis from her spine, and also broke one of her legs. And this little girl came in yesterday. This is Princess. And Princess, we x-rayed her leg because she was limping really badly. Basically, she's got the same fracture Pistol Pete had, but we got it fresh. It's about a 5-day-old fracture. So we have a surgeon coming in 3 days to fix that. So, interesting cases. Busy cases. I spent a lot of time on them this past week, and all 3 of those should be coming up in the next few weeks on Vet Ranch. I'll give you a heads up when they do. So, I know the majority of you people that watch my channel, you also watch Vet Ranch, and from me to you, thank you so much for what you guys do, because it's awesome. The dogs that we get to save that we would ordinarily have to put to sleep. And it's all because of you, and I thank you very much. Support Vet Ranch, please. It does a lot of good. Our band played a gig this past week at one of the oldest dance halls in Texas. It was really a cool place to go. We really enjoyed being there. We usually don't get out and play gigs very much, but this was kind of a special occasion. Hey band, how's everybody doing today?
Hey, we're doing great. How you doing?
Good. Setting up now to play in one of Texas' oldest roadhouses. And look at this place, man. It is so cool. Got the upstairs part, the old fans. There's your old hardwood dance floor. Log cabin kind of walls. Pretty awesome. And a great band stand for us. You guys have already seen these people playing. Guy on the left is Dano.
There's Dano, and he's dressed up for GQ right now.
Yep, he's ready. There's Sweet Corey Cupcake in the middle.
Oh, you remember my nickname. Are you leaving, honey?
And there's Jerry the drummer.
It was so nice meeting you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for your
And this is Gabriella, our favorite dancer.
Yeah.
Good job, honey. What's a dance hall without a moose?
1, 2, 3.
Are you zooming in on the moose?
I am zooming in on the moose. Indeed I am. There's my strap that Mark made. band is going back in the studio this afternoon. This is a Saturday. We're going to be in there probably around 2 o'clock and spend the rest of the day in there. And I've been working on, like I told you, been working on 2 videos, and we're going to go in and do the recording part, the sound recording part, and a little bit of the video recording part for those 2 videos today as well. So real excited to get those done, get them up. It'll probably, they still have to be mixed and mastered after we do the work on them today. That takes a long time, probably another 2 to 3 weeks before we'll have those ready to go. But I'll put them up as soon as we get them. I appreciate all the kind words you guys left about the music video. Our band, we're getting old, we're getting tired of playing beer joints and things like that. Plus it's just a bunch of friends who goof off. We're really not serious musicians. And so we're kind of thinking about becoming a YouTube band. And y'all can tell me yay or nay on that. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, because like I said, we're just goofing off. We really don't care. But anyway, that's kind of where the band's headed right now. Also this week, we had a special visitor come back to see us again. Y'all loved him. I love this cat. He's one of my favorite critters on the planet. Human, animal, you name it. I love this cat. He is squirmy. He is hard to hold on to. He has absolutely no manners. But for some reason, I love Ricky Bobby. And here he is. So who you got there, Michelle?
I got Ricky Bobby.
Yes, you do. Hey, bud. I'll trade you a camera for a cat.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Ricky Bobby has come back for his checkup to see how everything has healed up and see how he's doing. If you'll remember, he was a little kitty cat and he likes to talk, so he'll be yakking through the whole thing here. He's a little kitty cat that was washed up in a flood in Houston, Texas, and people got him, and he was in here for a checkup, and we found a lump in his throat. And he had been shot with a pellet gun, and he also had another big lump beside that also in his throat. And we opened that up, and that was a thyroid adenocarcinoma, which is a malignant tumor of the thyroid gland. And we did surgery on him and got the thing out. But according to the lab, you have to always worry about those things. If you leave one cell, they can migrate back down the chest, back down the neck, and get into the chest. So we always worry about that. Very common for them to recur in the same area, and there's no lumps or bumps or anything in there. So he's doing good. Another thing too, he was really, really skinny and just not very thrifty at all. His coat was rough. He just didn't look like he felt very good at all, and he just cried all the time. But I think that might be his personality anyway. But this little guy is doing just great, and I knew all you viewers were pretty much in love with Ricky Bobby like I am too, because he's an awesome cat, and I knew you'd want to see this checkup on him. So anyway, guys, Ricky Bobby is back and doing good. And also my daughter Allie got her white coat. It's a special ceremony that they give white coats to the kids when they get halfway through vet school. So she's just finishing her 2nd year of vet school, and we are really, really proud of her. When you're done with your 2nd year of vet school, the newness of being in vet school has all worn off, and you realize you're only halfway done. You still have 2 years of getting pounded every day to have to look forward to. So I think they do that just to kind of pump the kids up a little bit, make them feel professional, and make them feel appreciated for all the hard work and money that they've put into it. But anyway, here's some pics from that.
Alison Carricker. Alexandria Carrillo.
And on a finishing note, a sad note, and I'm not going to bore you with any more of this like I did with the fuel filter on old Luther last week. On a sad finishing note today, I really didn't want to bring this up online. I really want to just kind of leave it as it was. But a lot of you folks have asked me about Mojo, and I owe it to you to tell you the truth. And I put her to sleep a couple of weeks ago, and it was really hard. She had gotten to a point where she was slow about eating, and she was making weird noises with that nose, and she didn't purr as readily. I mean, she'd still do all those things, but you could tell it was beginning to bother her a little bit, more than a little bit. And she was always one that was really aggressive to come eat her food. She was always one that was really aggressive to come get her petting and her loving, and she just purred and rattled, and she was a great cat. She was a very social cat, I guess I should say. And to see her starting to wax and wane on that was letting me know that she couldn't hide the pain any longer. So Drew and I put her to sleep, and it was a hard thing to do for more reasons than just the fact that I loved her. Our whole family loved her, and she had been around. We got her in 2001, so she'd been around forever. The younger kids don't remember life without her being there. But she came, we acquired her from my mother-in-law, Pat's mom, who was one of the most wonderful women on the planet. She was more than a mother-in-law to me. I never told mother-in-law jokes because I love my mother-in-law. She treated me just like I was a son, and she was one of the most wonderful women ever. But she found little Mojo out in the alleyway and behind their house in Odessa, Texas, 2001, and she gave her to Pat, my wife, and we had her for all those years. And my mother-in-law passed away several years ago, so this was really hard on my wife. It was one of the last living ties that she has with her mom, and really, really a sad thing. And like I said, I kind of wanted to just bury that hatchet and not dig it up, but too many of you guys were asking me about it, and you were doing it out of the kindness of your heart, so I owe you that. And you know me, I never leave a video on a sad note. And about probably 2 weeks, maybe at the most 3 weeks after I put Mojo to sleep, our daughter Allie, the halfway through Dr. Allie, showed up with this little surprise for my wife. I think you'll like it. Hey, Lily. Hey, Lily girl. Well, thanks again for watching Out on the Ranch with Dr. Lee. Thanks a lot for stopping by. And as always, thank you so much for your wonderful, kind comments. You guys really make me feel welcome, really make me want to get out here and do these stupid videos for you. I know some of them are corny and silly. You sit here and watch me on this goofy ladder for all this time, yakking my fool head off. But it seems like I've made so many friends already on this. I love doing it, and the responses you guys, girls included, send back are just priceless, and I love them. So all of you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time on Out on the Ranch with Dr. Lee. We'll see you then. Remember, I love you. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.